Hello, everybody. My name is Suzette. I am the Meaningful Workman, and I am looking to make so here I am. Fix that little technical difficulty, but I am here because I want to contribute something during this time of difficulty. I think right now it's really important to get past um, egoic things, prideful things. So getting past the imperfections. So I'm here to get vulnerable and raw. I am a new channel. So I'm asking the whole YouTube community that if my words resonate with you, that you would consider liking, sharing, and subscribing to my channel to help me grow. I really like YouTube. I really like the opportunities that are being presented here for creators to uplift and bring value to the planet and to the global community. So it's been a while since I've been online. And the reason is because I've had my own sense of darkness that I've had to contend with, being a fellow human being in this grandiose world. But in light of what's been happening lately with the whole coronavirus thing, I've just been pulled and called to emerge out of the shadows. And so here I am, trying to contribute something to the community. And so what I did, I wasn't really sure, first of all, what I was going to do tonight. All I knew was I had to show up. And, before I went live, I did a little bit of, dropping into my heart and really thinking about what it is that I need to say or that spirit needs for me to communicate from my heart. And I think right now, what comes to mind is this idea of the hero's journey. If any of you are knowledgeable about Joseph Campbell, he had this beautiful symbolism about the hero's journey and the different phases that we all go through in our own human evolution. But something more is happening right now. I feel like the whole planet is going through a collective experience with this virus. And I feel like as a collective community, we are all finding ourselves going through a dark and uncertain times. And when I say dark and uncertain times, it makes me think of Joseph Campbell's, the hero's journey, the part of the journey that becomes like a struggle. It gets so dark and it's like, how do you navigate this? So I really looked deep into my heart and I really asked my inner guidance to bring, even just the smallest message that could help deliver some kind of relief in the world right now. So many people are doing wonderful things, you know, virtually to create connection. And I want to add to this from the bottom of my heart. And um, you know, as a creative soul, I love to do artistic things, but I also like to write. I also love to write. I also love to communicate ideas. And so here's one idea that I would love to communicate right now, considering that we are in, I would say, the struggle, the dark night, the darkness, the uncertainty. Because when we can self soothe within the darkest times, the light always will return, always. So, what I did was I looked into the Hero's Journey Dream Oracle. This is by Kelly Sullivan Walden with artwork by Rasuli. I can't really see that, but this is just one of the card collections that I have, but this is so relevant right now. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? Maybe not. I'll post links in the description box. Anyway, I pulled a card for us tonight, and the card that I pulled was Stage 8 Supreme Ordeal. And it was card 35. X marks the spot. See the love in disguise. And it starts off with a poem from Rumi. This being human is a guest house. Every morning a new arrival, a joy, a depression, a meanness, some momentary awareness comes as an unexpected visitor. Welcome and entertain them all. The dark thought, the shame, the malice, meet them at the door, laughing, and invite them in. Be grateful for whoever comes, because each has been sent as a guide from beyond. And that was a poem by Rumi. And the message of this card, and I'm going to show you, I'm not sure if you can see it, but maybe you can see it here. See if you can see it. It's a beautiful card. Just beautiful. Anyway, yeah, I'll post a picture card as well. But the message says, your unpleasant dreams, as well as challenging life experiences, show you precisely where to shine a light to become a more awake, powerful version of yourself. These dreams show you where you are out of balance or letting your ego get the best of you. Even though it is counterintuitive, turn towards the things that grab you by the collar because they are trying to give you an important message. Turn your nightmares into nightmares by asking, how? Oh, sorry. Turn your nightmares into right mares. How's that for imperfection for you? Turn your nightmares into rightmares by asking how they are trying to help you. Then imagine yourself becoming powerful in the dream. Exaggerate this vision until you feel a shift in perspective. Doing this makes you wiser, more compassionate, and resourceful than before. You can greet the unpleasant aspects of life at the door, laughing for you. Know that they come bearing gifts. So, what is the gift? I know that was like super imperfect, right? And I'm okay with it. I'm not trying to be perfect here. I'm just trying to relay a very helpful and loving message. So, what is the gift in disguise? I think there is a huge gift in becoming present. You know what I'm saying? Like, not getting so locked up in the future, not getting so wrapped up in what's to be, and yet not being so wrapped up in the past either. Because when we invest our future, when we invest our energy in the future, that creates anxiety. And when we invest our energy in the past, that creates depression. But being here in the present moment, just being in our bodies, being in our hearts, feeling those emotions, no matter how unpleasant they might be, just being with them, how precious the gifts are when we can learn from those experiences, when we can hold ourselves with compassion and forgiveness and self-love and work through those uncomfortable emotions, because there's something in those uncomfortable emotions that is trying to tell us something. There is a wisdom there that we are gifted with the ability to grow from if we can embrace them and have deep reverence and compassion for ourselves, because we're not perfect. We are not perfect, but we can still love ourselves even through our imperfections. I think the gift here is in learning to be present, regardless of the difficult emotions, being in our hearts and expressing from the heart outward and raising that resilience so that we can meet the day, no matter what it brings us, with such reverence and strength and resilience. So I think learning to be present, learning to be in our bodies, learning to be self-compassionate and self-loving is like the greatest gift that we are facing right now, that these times are forcing us to face, because it's here in the present, the here and now, where our greatest gifts can come to light. And just by that, I want to share a passage from one of my favorite teachers, Dr. Joe Dispenza. I follow many, many wise teachers, not just Dr. Joe Dispenza, but Tara Brach, Caroline Myss, Robert Ohotto. I mean, Brene Brown. Um, there's so many teachers from so many walks of life that are here to raise the vibration of this planet. And I am so very honored to be here and alive in this moment in time. But right now, what I'm going to share with you, and I do plan to share works from these very loving, very compassionate souls. But for now, this book is going to be that I'm reading from is from Dr. Joe Dispenza, from his book called Becoming Supernatural. And I'm going to read a passage from chapter 2, which reads, if you want to experience the supernatural in your own life by healing your body, creating new opportunities you could never have imagined before, and having transcendent mystical experiences, you first need to master the concept of the present moment, the eternal now. There's a lot of talk about being present or being in the now these days. While most people understand the basics of what that means, not to think about the future or live in the past, I want to offer you a completely different understanding of the concept. It's going to require that you get beyond the physical world, including your body, your identity, and your environment, and even beyond time itself. This is where you turn possibility into reality. After all, if you don't get beyond who you think you are and the way you've been conditioned to believe the world works, it's not possible to create a new life or a new identity. So, in a very real sense, you have to get out of your own way, transcend the memory of yourself as an identity, and allow something greater than you, something mystical, to take over. And so, what I am getting from this, to be present, is the great gift behind this challenge. The great gift that we are all invited to explore and experiment with, because it's so easy to get caught up in the day-to-day living of life that we forget the here and now. We get lost in the past. We fret over the future. We get so involved in what's to come that we forget about being here, being now. So this is this is my takeaway for the night, and my gift to you, and my invitation to you to embrace this moment as an opportunity to learn to become more present in your life, because life is lived and moments are treasured in the present, in the here and now, not in the past and not in the future, but here and now. Till next time, this is Suzette West, the Meaningful Work Maven. I would be ever so grateful if you like, shared, and subscribed to my channel and help me grow. And I will do my best to bring forth my best to help us grow and evolve and get through all of this together.